Lesson 3-9, Finding Square Roots. Each square root is between two integers. Name the integers. So here's the deal. Square root of 55. 55 is not a perfect square. So you have to figure out what are the perfect squares that are close to 55. So right under 55, we have 7 times 7 is 49. And then 8 times 8 is 64. So since 55 falls in between those two, then we would say that the square root of 55 is somewhere between 7 and 8. This one here, negative square root of 90. Well, what perfect square falls right below it or above it? You're probably thinking about 100. Square root of 100 equals 10. And the one underneath that would be the square root of 81 equals 9. And so it's going to fall somewhere between 9 and 10, but we've got a negative in front of it. So the negative, or the opposite of the square root of 90, is going to fall somewhere between negative 9 and negative 10. So the square root of 80 is going to fall somewhere between 8 and 9. The opposite of the square root of 45, we've got 36, 6 times 6, and we've got 49 is 7 times 7, so the square root of 45 is between 6 and 7, and the opposite of the square root of 45 is between negative 6 and negative 7. Okay, let's do a little word problem. You want to sew fringe on a square tablecloth, I know you do, with an area of 500 square inches. Calculate the length of each side of the tablecloth and the length of the fringe you will need to the nearest tenth of an inch. Okay, so here's our lovely square tablecloth. The area equals 500. Now they want this within to the nearest tenth of an inch, so that means we're going to have to use our calculator for this. So if the area of that equals 500, I put the square root of 500 into my calculator, and that comes out to 22.36 and some more. So each one of these sides is going to be 22.36 plus some more. So if we're going to have to put fringe around that, well, there are 4 of those, so I'm going to put times 4 into my calculator. And that gives me 89.44. They want that to the nearest tenth. There's some more numbers after this, but we're going to round to the tenths place. So it's going to be 89.4 inches of fringe. This one says to use your calculator to find the square root of 200. On the TI-30XA, you're going to put in 200 and then hit the square root key, and then you're supposed to round that to the nearest tenth. So that's what your calculator tells you, and then when you round it to the nearest tenth, you get 14.1. Here are some problems that you can try on your own. Go ahead and pause, and then turn the video back on to check your answers.